So how can I prove my marriage is bona fide for VAWA purposes? This means, how do I show that my marriage is a real marriage and it was not just for immigration purposes? So the strongest pieces of evidence are shared residence. So if you have a joint lease or you bought a home together, having both your names on those documents is very strong, shows that you took on financial obligations together, and that serves as strong piece of evidence. If you don't have it, it's okay. All of the evidence you submit is viewed in its totality. It's viewed together to see if it in fact it is a real marriage or not. So the government is required to evaluate any credible evidence, which is a lower standard than some of the other applications, right? So anything you can submit, if it's credible, it's just something the government should look at and consider to determine whether or not your marriage is real, or if it was just for immigration purposes. So what we like to submit are things like joint financial documents, bank statements, tax returns if you filed your taxes together, if you bought a home together, a car together, you took a loan together, right? So those are the types of financial documents that might be helpful to show that your marriage is real. Some of our clients, they're victims of abuse. They might not have these documents, and that's okay. We might explain in their affidavit why they don't have these documents, and it could all be part of the pattern of abuse. So these are all important things to consider when filing a VAWA application. All right, photos together, joint travel together. If you took a trip together and you have the flight itineraries, that's helpful because, again, if you're in a fraud marriage, you're not going to be traveling together. You're not going on vacations together, right? However, many of you maybe got married and divorced or separated during COVID. You might not have been taking trips together, and that's okay. We want to explain this again in the affidavit. We want to explain why we have such a limited number of documents if in the event you don't have the documents that couples typically have, okay? It doesn't mean your application is going to get denied. It means we need to provide an explanation, and it could all be wrapped up with a pattern of abuse that helps you qualify for VAWA in the first place. All right?